Hello again everyone, it's Sean from Retro Games Revived and I'm back with another pickup video, and this time it's the stuff I bought from my recent trip to York, and I visited the retro gaming shop Saw Thumbs. I'll put a link to their website down below in the description. I did mention it in the last video, but it's a fantastic shop. It's an Aladdin's cave. It's purely retro gaming, and you know, I go in there and I'm like a kid in a candy shop because you know, and honest to God, I'd gone in there and I'm looking round and I won't mind that. I won't mind that. You know, it's like, where do you start? What do you buy? The decision going on in your head on what you want and what you want to buy, it drives you crazy. I did make the decision. I did want to buy some PS2 games, and I kind of compromised. I didn't really want to spend all my money on PS2 games, if I'm honest. And I did want something a little bit different as well. And I'll show you what I've got in a second. I'll go through the games first, and then I'll show you my extra piece. It's a piece of hardware, and I nearly missed it. Basically, I'd picked up a Sega Mega Drive arcade stick. It was boxed, and it was £30. And I thought, that's a nice bargain, that. And I got to the counter with my PS2 games, and I don't know if it must have been fate. I turned round at the PS2 section, just, you know, having a quick look, just to make sure I hadn't missed anything that that stood out, and there it was, and I did miss it, and I changed my mind. I bought this instead of the Sega arcade stick. I'll show, like I say, I am excited to show you. Anyway, what I'm going to do is, Firstly, I must apologise for that last video. It was a mess. Sony Vegas, that's the software I use for editing. Sometimes it just does what it wants, and I had to render the video several times because it was just, I don't know what's up with it. First off, I rendered it. I thought, oh, I've edited it and everything's fine. I rendered it. I played it back, and all the video clips of the games were just out of sync. They weren't where I put them, and I've no idea what's happened. Why Sony Vegas has done that, but it shifted all those video clips, about 10 seconds in front. So I had to shift them all back, and then I rendered it again, thinking, and then there were just little glitches. There were even one part, I mean, it's only a millisecond or so, just a blank black screen. I have no idea what's going on with it. So, but it's all I've got at the minute, and it'll have to do it. I mean, most of the time it's fine. But also, obviously playing it back, I realise that when I'm showing you games, it's not focusing. I did mention that my focus on my camera seems to be a bit off, and I don't understand why. I have no idea why. I've checked settings. Focus is on autofocus, and it should be focusing straight away. It used to do. So whether it's developed a fault on the camera, I don't know, and I hope not. But anyway, yeah, I must apologise for the quality. It was shot out. I played it back, and to be honest, I played it back, and I noticed the glitches and stuff. But I thought, I can't be bothered. I've just rendered it twice, and it takes well over an hour to render. Even though I've got a gaming PC, it still takes a while to do. Anyway, onto a couple of shout outs, and first of all, the shout out goes to Den of Obscurity. It's a quirky little channel that he has, and Some of his videos are done really cleverly. I love the humour, especially the humour. But yeah, go check his channel out, and how he does. Like I can only say that the reviews again, although not really reviews, but for instance, Simon the Sorcerer, I loved that. I loved that game, and so I watched that video, and it's really clever how he's done it, and he just does little different things with his videos. So that's Den of Obscurity. Again, put the links down in the description to their channels. And the second one is, I don't think anybody's pronounced it correctly yet, Gernaldinho. His videos are really good. I don't know if he's shown his face yet. He tends to do everything from behind the camera. But yeah, maybe a face reveal one day. But I particularly like his £10 challenges, where he goes into a CEX. He'll do the £10 challenge where he's got £10 to spend, and he'll on one video he had to buy one game from all different formats. No two games could be from the same format, so no two games. He couldn't buy two games for the PS2, the Nintendo Wii, etc, etc. They had to be a separate format, and he did it. Oh, I don't want to spoil it, but anyway, go watch it anyway, and go check his channel out. He seems a top guy. On to the pickups. Like I said, Sore Thumbs. It's on Gillygate in York, and it's my favourite shop, definitely. And in fact, I noticed that they've tidied the shop up a little bit. I mean, at one time you went in and there were consoles all over the floor, there were games that piled up. But now everything seems to be in order, and I think it's just, you know, they've got that much stuff that they've just, over time, they've only just managed to clear it up. The only thing that I noticed is at one time they had quite a big selection of Commodore 64 games, and I couldn't find any the other day when I went in, so I was a bit disappointed with that, because I wanted to have a sift through and see what they had, and I couldn't find anything. I think they are tending now to shift slightly towards Japanese stuff. They do retro toys as well. They do laser discs. So, you know, obviously there's a massive retro gaming stock, but they also do other things as well. And in some of the glass cabinets, they've got the rarer stuff. One console they had a few actually, is a Neo Geo, and that is a console I really want. I want to add that to my collection. They had a Neo Geo unboxed, £200, I think, £180. I was tempted, but it was a little bit out of my budget. Well, a lot out of my budget, but yeah, I must admit I was tempted. But I thought, no, I'm gonna hold off, and I'm hoping it's there. The shop's still open in a year's time, because myself and the wife have decided we're gonna have a bit longer in York next year. My aim now is I'm gonna save up all year, and I'm gonna buy a boxed Neo Geo. That will be exciting times when it comes around to it. Let's get on to the pickups, and as you should know by now, PS2 is my predominant system that I'm collecting for. Retro Bear asked me in the last video's comments how many titles I'm up to with PS2, and I'm on 632. That includes these that I got, these pickups. So, you know, I'm a long way off yet from the full collection. It's a mammoth task. It's a mammoth task, and it's probably a lifetime task, to be honest. And I wish I'd have started earlier with it, actually. I do, because I feel that I'm behind with it. You know, 600. I think there's roughly 2,500 titles for the PS2. A long way to go yet. But Anyway, I'll start with the first game. These games in Saw Thumbs, they are a little bit more than you would probably pay at these cash generators, cash converters and CEX even. But what I did was, I managed to just find the more obscure titles. Well, they're obscure to me. I've never heard of any of these games that I've picked up. And the first one is Black and Bruised. And I've got some video clips and I'm going to show you some video clips with sound this time. So I'll shut up for 10 seconds or so while each video clip plays. But to start with, this is Black and Bruised. It's a boxing game and it's cel shaded graphics and they look nice. I do like cel shaded graphics. It's the cartoony feel, and the cartoony feel suits this game perfectly well. It's not a serious boxing game. We are complete. Every game that I've picked up is complete. Second game is But Ugly Martians, Zoom or Doom. Here it is. And it's a racing game, But Ugly Martians. I'm not sure if that was some kind of TV series, children's TV series. There's the instruction manual on the disc. It looks okay. Looks to be a bit of fun. Not sure if it's a powerful franchise. But anyway, that's But Ugly Martians, Zoom or Doom. Next we've got Barbarian. Not sure this is actually based on the film. That's not an Arnold Schwarzenegger looking character. But anyway, here's Barbarian. It's a fighting game and it looks reasonable. I'm going to be interested to play these and give you my reviews on them once I get that damn video capture card set up. Instruction manual and disc. With a video capture card, I just assume that that's all you needed. As far as I can tell, you need extra wires to run from that capture card to the PS2 to the TV and what have you, and to the laptop. So yeah, I think I'm gonna have to buy a few leads and adapters before I can get it working. I'm looking into it anyway, and hopefully that series, the reviews series, will start in the near future. Next, Bass or Bass Strike. Obviously, it's a fishing game. I'm not sure with fishing games. For me, every time I cast out, I want to be able to catch a fish. If I don't, then I'm probably going to get pretty bored of this pretty quickly. I remember when it's Sega bass fishing for the Dreamcast with a rod peripheral. I used to have that, and that was quite fun. I think the difference with that game was, you more or less were guaranteed to catch fish. It didn't really leave you. It wasn't a serious simulation. So, and with the added peripheral, it was quite a lot of fun. It doesn't say anything about some kind of fishing peripheral to use with this. just the controller. Myself, I can see it being a little bit boring. It's got the manual, but it's a little bit scuffed. It has a sticker on there, which is just pulling the paper off. So I can't do anything with that. But yeah, other than that, it's fine. There's some sticker residue on here. These were around the £3-4 mark, but I didn't mind paying that because, like I said, the more obscure titles. Obviously, they had all the common and generic titles, which I had, but I wanted to go for something just a little bit different. Next, we've got this was £6. So I paid a little bit more for this one, and it's Animal Circle World, and it's awful. It's basically just a cartoon, you know. It's obviously designed for kids, but I have been looking online, and it has by certain people been labelled one of the worst PS2 titles. I can see why. I mean, it's not even a good cartoon. The voice acting is terrible. The animation's terrible. It says it includes cartoon movie, which I think is the main event of this title. Jigsaw puzzle, pairs, colouring book puzzle. You know, it's going to be limited. I mean, it's obviously, like I say, it's designed for kids, and maybe they'll get a little bit of interest out of it. They might even enjoy the cartoon, but it has been labelled one of the worst PS2 titles. So, anyway, I'll show you inside. Instructions and disc. But yeah, I paid £6 for that.
Can we now finally continue the game? What an excitement! Will Dingo be able to score the first goal of the game? Here he comes, and it's a goal! Go, 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 go! 1-0 for the Jungle King! Did I see that right?
Next, we've got Beatdown Fists of Vengeance. Here it is. And again, it's another fighting game. Whether it's any good, I don't know. I've never heard of it, so it's not a franchise that seems popular. It's probably a bit of a stinker. Instructions and disc. But yeah, that's Beatdown Fists of Vengeance. This one was £3, and it's Aqua Wetrix 2. It's certainly very colourful, and it's like a puzzle game, but it's just so damn weird. I can't make head or tail of it. I have no idea what you're supposed to do. With the title Wetrix, I can only assume that there's some kind of puzzle element akin to Tetris. I suppose maybe once you get into it and you know what you're doing with it, if you read instructions, which I never do. It's probably a decent puzzle game, but colourful but crazy. That's the insides. Aqua Wetrix 2. Deadly Strike to £3. Here it is. And again, it's a fighting game, but there's a little bit more depth. It's more from a top perspective, mixing the fighting game with the RPG, element to it. That's how it looks anyway. Don't know if this if it's any good. It's a nice cover actually. I do like the cover. It's got that Japanese look to it. The inside, this was £3. The inside, there's a little bit of marker pen there. That spray I use usually gets rid of marker pen. After a couple of sprays, it does eventually fade it away. But if not, I've got spare cases. I mean, the case on all, it's not too bad. It's just that marker pen inside. Next, we've got 1945, 1 and 2. I've got to admit, I've made a boo-boo here. And guess what? I've only just realised. I've just started talking about, it's based on the arcade classics 1942. Parts 1 and 2, and then I'm thinking, that don't make sense. The sequel to 1942 was 1943, and I've just looked at the bottles and the game's actually 1945, so it isn't based on the arcade games 1942 and 1943, which I thought it was. Never mind. Actually, I was looking at the video footage. I'll show you the video footage now. Yeah, looking at the video footage and I thought, well, it looks good. Don't get me wrong, the graphics look nice. But I thought it's more futuristic. There's robotic bosses and what have you, and there's lasers and stuff like that, and I thought that's not 1942, and I'd be right, isn't it? This is 1945. Yeah, I did think it's not really true to the arcade originals, and that's why it's not even the right bloody game. Anyway, standalone then, yeah, it looks a decent shooter. It's a bullet hell kind of game with absolutely millions of bullets on screen, which, God, you must have to be a good games player to dodge all them. I won't be able to, I know that for a fact. A lot of people like these shoot 'em ups. Yeah, it probably is a decent blaster. We've got the insides. That's 1945, 1 and 2. Lastly, for the PS2 games, this is a right title. We've got Codename Kids Next Door Operation Video Game. Don't know if this is based on some kind of cartoon or not, I've no idea. I've never heard of it before. Show you a bit of gameplay. I think it's a platforming game, 3D platforming game, and obviously it's very cartoony, probably aimed more at the young uns. Let's have a look inside. Got instructions and disc. But yeah, I've never heard of that, and I thought that's quite a quirky game. But if you notice, all these games that I bought start from numerics. And they're the first few letters of the alphabet, because obviously they've got all the games set out in alphabetical order, and this is as far as I got. D, I think. Deadly Strike, before I run out of money. And and there was still a lot of titles in those categories that I didn't pick up because they just didn't jump out at me. These titles jumped out at me, and they're literally hundreds and hundreds of games for every system. Please do go check Saw Thumbs in York out, because I guarantee you will love it. Right, before I go on to the other item that I bought from Saw Thumbs, before we went to York, we went to the Escape in Castleford. We got car valeted, And while we were there, we went into Freeport, which is like a designer outlet shopping centre, and they have a game store in there, but I don't bother with game. Two things, they're not really retro friendly, I don't think, and I think they're pricey, to be honest. But we went into a gadget shop. I think it's changed the name. Menkind, it might be now. It used to be Red 5. They have retro gaming stuff. They had like tablet holders, and they had Crash Bandicoot stood there with your hands like that, and you put your tablet on or your phone while it's charging. They had Sonic the Hedgehog, and they also had some other stuff, mugs, cups and mugs, and I do collect cups and mugs. Just the one thing that I noticed, it was coming out of my budget, so I didn't want to spend too much before I'd even got to sore thumbs. But this was quite, well, in my opinion, it was quite cheap, and it's PlayStation playing cards. It's a pack of playing cards, and this was £6.29, I think, something stupid like that. Quite weird pricing. But yeah, I just thought it's quirky. I do collect PlayStation merchandise like these, and I just thought, yeah, it's cheap enough. I thought it'll add nicely to my collection. I will dig out all the PlayStation merchandise that I've got and show you it all. But yeah, these are playing cards, which reminds me, I know I said in one of the videos I collect badges, and although nobody commented saying what I should do with this pack, the badge pack, I've decided I'm going to leave them in that, and I'm going to keep them as part of the PlayStation merchandise collection. But yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you my badge collection. Like I said, there's not many on it. These videos have rekindled my interest in that, and I've put the two badges that I got the other week, I've put those onto my little A4 frame. I'll show you it, and it's this. So obviously there's still a lot of space on it, but if you remember me saying one I'm most proud of is this one here, and I don't know if it were bundled in with a game or if it were off a magazine or something like that, but it's Jack the Nipper by Gremlin Graphics, and watch it, this kid plays Jack the Nipper, and I love that badge. And it's old, it is from the 80s, that one. It is starting to fray around the edges, the plastic's starting to deteriorate slightly. This top row here, the new badges, they're just what somebody's able to create, but I just like the look of them. There's Sega, Final Fantasy, we've got Manic Miner and Space Harrier, one of my all-time favourite games, and we've got Mario, and we've got the umbrella logo from Resident Evil, and then the last two that I got, Pac-Man and Mortal Kombat, which I'm really not happy with. I've mentioned it before, the characters are they're right on the edge, almost curling round the side of the badge. That's been very poorly printed out. But anyway, like I said, I've just got an A4 frame, and like I said, I've got a lot of space there still to fill up yet, and I wasn't sure whether to put that pack of badges, open it and put them on here, but no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to leave that pack sealed, and I'll keep my eye out for some more gaming badges. So that's that. Right, on to the piece de resistance, if you like. And like I say, I picked up a Sega Mega Drive arcade stick to start with. It was boxed, it was £30. Like I said, I got to the counter, I was He was sifting through PS2 games, and I just looked over my shoulder, and you know, a glow around it, and a neon sign going, me, buy me. And I just, I made the decision. It's not boxed, it's only loose, but it just stood out more than the Sega Mega Drive arcade stick. It is another arcade stick for the PS2, and it's this baby, Guilty Gear XX. I love the artwork on it. Like I say, it's not boxed, and I have been on eBay and searched for this, and there's, at the moment, at the time of filming this, there was only 2, and they were boxed, and they were from America, and you're looking about $80 to $90, and then postage, shipping on top of that, so you're looking at about $100 to buy this boxed. So £30 for an unboxed one. Well, I think that's about right, and it all feels nice. It's micro switch joystick, nice arcade feel, buttons to them, couple of option buttons there, select and start, and then L1 and L2 buttons. They're quite small, so obviously I imagine that on fighting games, or this game in particular, you're not going to use them buttons. And this yellow button is the R2 button, respect button. I have no idea what that means. There must be some kind of special move or something, is there, on that game? I've never played the game. I just looked at it and thought, I like that. And you know, even though the Sega Mega Drive arcade stick was boxed, I just felt that this was, for me, a better purchase. And sometimes these bases, metal bases, get rusty. This one isn't. It's in lovely condition. I'll clean it up. I'm not sure I'm going to take this apart actually, because it doesn't look that mucky. I might just do a surface clean. I've never stripped this kind of arcade stick down before, so I'm not sure I'd want to risk stripping it down and not putting it back together properly. I can't imagine there being many tutorials on YouTube on how to strip this down. It's quite a quirky item, if you like. Probably just a surface clean. Company manufacturer is Sammy. Show you that. Sammy. Made in Japan. So yeah, it's quality. Feels solid. It feels quite weighty. So I know it's good quality. And those micro switches on that joystick are still working lovely. And it's got a nice feel to it. It don't feel too loose. But yeah, Guilty Gear arcade stick for the PlayStation 1 or 2. That wraps up this pickups video, and I am now desperate to get something unique from my collection and show you. So this weekend I am gonna go to my mum and dad's storage unit and I'm gonna dig out an old games console which might be of interest to you. I'll kind of unbox it, show you everything inside it, and then I'll show you it running, working. But yeah, because all I seem to have done is pick up videos, and you know, I know we do like us pick up videos. I don't want you getting bored of just these pick up videos, and so yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Anyway, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, please like it, have a comment, you know, and we'll maybe have a little chat in the comments section. And please, if you haven't already, please subscribe and go check out those two guys that I mentioned earlier, Den of Obscurity and Gernaldinho. So please do check out their channels too. And also shout outs to the other members of the community, which is Retro Bear, Yorkshire Lad, YouTube, and Pete Fighter 2. Yeah, please give their channels a good look at. They've all got some great content. And yes, that's it. Done. No more rambling, no more waffling. Done. See you later.